Now let's take the sixth nakshatra of Ardra, which falls in the heart of Gemini. Okay. Gemini, first of all, you should remember, is quite a selfish sign in the sense it's number 3. So it's developing hobbies, it's developing friendships. So it's more of a social pleasing kind of a sign. It wants to please the friends, neighbors, siblings. So this is the kind of a childhood area where you're trying to constantly people please in order to fit in the society. That's the general signature of Gemini itself. Okay. But in Ardra, it is trying to transform. It is trying to put down something, put down its foot in some terms. So let's see what the general energy of Ardra. It wants to break barriers. Ardra wants to break barriers, traditions, customs. For what purposes? In order to embody courage and fearlessness. This is where an individual or that planet is trying to get fearless. If any planet or point falls in Ardra Nakshatra, this will be the general theme of it. This person or that particular planet will go through emotional turmoil. If it's Saturn, you might do that in terms of work, emotional turmoil at work. If it is Sun, in terms of emotional turmoil with the father, apply the significations so you'll get a better, clearer understanding of Ardra. Happiness and sadness come through that house, will make the person break all tradition and personal boundaries and will do something bold. Ardra, Ardra is a very bold sign. It does not keep quiet. Now let's see the 4 padas. That's what this video is about. So the 4 padas. First pada, Gemini going into Sagittarius, so that's a 7-7 relationship. Next pada, second pada is Gemini going into Capricorn, that's a 6-8 relationship. Okay. Then the third pada, Gemini going into Aquarius, that's a 5-9 relationship. And the last pada, fourth pada, is Gemini going into Pisces, that's a 4-10 relationship. Always study the relationships and go through my previous videos of what does this house relationship mean. Okay. Apply that to the nakshatra pada and you will get a very clear understanding of this. So just as a generic projection before we get into the details with the planets, what does it mean, first pada? So 7-7 relationship, these people could be a yes man kind of a people, trying to make everyone happy, people pleaser, knows the truth but pretentious nature. Gemini is very pretentious. So these people could be working in the media industry, the podcasters, so to speak, propaganda strategist. They're trying to promote some idea or some propaganda or some agenda, right? Everybody has a point of view. Everybody has a particular agenda in mind, especially those in the media. You have seen it already. The influencers come from this. Morality will be tested. Why are we talking about morality? We are talking about Sagittarius. It's a sign of morals and ethics and law. They may leave spouse for influential people in the opposite sex. Because it's a 7-7 relationship, it is concerning spouse. Influential people, that comes from Sagittarius. Seeking partnerships for status. If Venus is here, for example, in the 7th house, this person may actively seek to marry or get hitched to a person in authority. Okay? Partnerships for status. Gold diggers even, but not necessarily wealth in this case, it's for status. Karma will affect the wealth in kids' lives and profession. They are lost in other people. Second pada, these people can trust luck more than work. Why work? We are talking about Capricorn, which is the sign of karma, sign of work. So they tend to trust more luck. Gemini, 6-8 relationship. Capricorn is 8th to Gemini. So 8 is the sign of luck, sudden rise and fall. Taking help from other people in their profession, Capricorn, but they don't repay them properly. These are the kind of consultations I have got. They take consultations and never pay the money back for advice or consultation. Quite a strategy, isn't it? You take consultation and don't pay money for it. And that karma will cause them problems in their profession in Capricorn. The planet sitting in 10th house, significations, loss of position in spite of all the efforts. That's how karma repays it back. You have some hidden agenda and you do it, and then you have to repay the cost of that. Stars are watching, folks. Third pada, Gemini going into Aquarius. Aquarius means get rich quick. Aquarius wants wealth. All the time that's on their mind is wealth. The get rich quick person. Ready to take risky routes, risk which is not approved or frowned upon by society. Aquarius. Native wants to fulfill desires and he's not afraid to go in for questionable steps. Aquarius wants to get money by any and all means, by cheating, by lying, because it's a Rahu ruled sign. Rahu wants to get things at any cost. Doesn't matter what the ethics side. Ethics can go to dog shit for all they care. Fulfilling all their desires as his luck is supporting him, but never donating any money for good cause. To get rid of this kind of attitude, they should donate land. Aquarius is 9th from Gemini. Donate to religious institutions. Again, 9th position from Gemini. Therefore, religious institutions. Therefore, Sagittarius-like. Okay? Last pada, before we get into the details of planets, Gemini to Pisces. Pisces is long distance travel, the 12th house. So these people might travel long distance on business. They might build trust because it's 10th and 4th relationship. They can break anyone's trust. Pisces is trust. Gemini is selfish, going into Pisces, which requires or demands trust for his own survival. So they can break trust for their own survival. Gemini is basically a survival energy. So in real life, these people might be involved in some kind of a spiritual idea selling, the fake gurus, coaching, psychology, or any signification related to 12th house. 12th house is subconscious matters, spiritual coaching, or selling different fancy ideas of spirituality, new age type. Will keep a lot of people working on emotional blackmail or will not pay them back properly. As a result, they might have diseases of the 6th house, liver, intestines, etc. Scorpio is 9th to Pisces. Now you have abused something of Jupiter, you have to repay it back in that form. Right? These are the 4 padas of Ardra in a generic form. Let's see the details and analyze how they play out now.
Podcast segment title, The 4 Padas of Ardra Nakshatra. Subtitle, Planetary Principles and the Inner-Outer Karma Blueprint of Storm, Disruption, and Awakening with Corrected Navamshas. Introduction. Ardra, the lightning that awakens the soul. Ardra Nakshatra spans 6 degrees 40 to 20 degrees 0 Gemini, ruled by Rahu and presided over by Rudra, the fierce storm god form of Shiva. Ardra represents the intensity of transformation through destruction, grief, and reinvention. Where Mitigashira gently seeks, Ardra shatters illusions, demands truth, and offers no room for superficiality. This nakshatra storm doesn't just destroy, it reveals. It shows us what's real after everything false has been torn down. But the manner in which that revelation comes, how we react to it, and what karmic pattern we carry through it, depends on the Navamsha sign of the pada. Let's explore the correct Navamsha alignment of Ardra's 4 padas and break down the inner-outer karma blueprint of each one. Ardra Pada 1, 6 Guri 40, 10 Navamsha sign, Sagittarius, Dharma Pada. Elemental shift, air to fire. Motivation, disruption for the sake of higher truth, principle, destroying illusion through moral fire, ideals, and visionary confrontation. Inner-outer karma blueprint, outwardly sharp, clever, and dualistic, Gemini. Internally wired for ideological justice, spiritual defense, and blunt righteousness, Sagittarius Navamsha. The storm here is about cleansing lies through radical philosophical or religious honesty. Karma can involve self-righteousness, preaching, or judgmental communication. Evolution comes through learning to use conviction in service of unifying wisdom, not moral warfare. Ardra Pada 2, 10 degree to 13 degree 20 Gemini. Navamsha sign, Capricorn Arthapada. Elemental shift, air to earth. Motivation, rebuilding reality through structure, responsibility, and order. channeling chaos into long-term, goal-driven transformation. Inner-outer karma blueprint, external personality is verbal, witty, and sometimes unstable, Gemini. Internally structured, serious, and deeply pragmatic, Capricorn Navamsha. This pada grounds the Ardra storm into endurance, achievement, and rebuilding broken systems. Karma manifests as emotional suppression, burden-bearing, or karmic heaviness around duty. Soul growth happens when the person learns to transform pain into productive change and to rebuild without bitterness. Ardra 3, 1320 to 1640 Gemini, Navamsha sign Aquarius Kamapada, elemental shift, air to air, same element, different layer. Motivation, social and intellectual reform, innovation through truth, principle, using the storm to reimagine collective futures and personal freedom. Inner-outer karma blueprint, outward expression is flexible, intelligent, often controversial, Gemini. Inwardly driven by ideals, reform, and visionary rebellion, Aquarius Navamsha. This pada embodies the storm of ideas, challenging convention through original thought or radical perspectives. Karma may involve emotional detachment, alienation, or misusing intellect for ego-driven innovation. Healing begins when the individual uses their intellectual fire for elevating others, not just to be right. Ardra Pada 4, 16°40, 20°0 Gemini, Navamsha sign Pisces, Moksha Pada, elemental shift, air to water, motivation, emotional liberation, and healing through grief. Principle, the storm becomes tears and the release becomes rebirth. Inner-outer karma blueprint, externally expressive, curious, and perhaps emotionally fragmented, Gemini. Inwardly mystical, emotional, and karmically porous, Pisces Navamsha. This is the most spiritually sensitive and psychically open of all Ardra Padas. Karma may involve ancestral trauma, martyrdom, escapism, or loss-based identity. Soul growth occurs when one uses sorrow not to retreat, but to awaken compassion and channel pain into creative or spiritual transformation. Ardra Pada summary, storms with different destinations. Pada 1, Sagittarius Navamsha. Seeks truth and ethical clarity. Trap, rigid beliefs, intellectual arrogance, growth, offer truth with humility and spiritual grounding. Pada 2, seek structure after chaos. Trap, emotional suppression, karmic burden. Growth, rebuild patiently, from pain to purpose. Pada 3, seeks intellectual and social revolution. Trap, alienation, rebellious pride. Growth, innovate for collective upliftment, not isolation. Seeks spiritual release and emotional integration. Trap, victim consciousness, escapism. Growth, heal through vulnerability, serve through compassion. Closing thought, Ardra's storm is your soul's earthquake. Ardra is not here to entertain or flatter. It comes to break you open, so your truth can finally breathe. Every planet placed in Ardra is being initiated into a karmic rite of passage. Will you burn in the storm, Sagittarius? Bear its weight to rebuild, Capricorn? Challenge the world with new ideas, Aquarius? Or wash it clean with your tears, Pisces? One thing is certain, after Ardra, you are never the same. Up next, Padas Nakshatra, where the soul takes a breath after the storm and hope begins to regrow. Podcast segment title, The 4 Padas of Ardra Nakshatra. Subtitle, Planetary Examples in the Inner-Outer Karma Blueprint of Shock, Clarity, and Renewal. Introduction. Planets in Ardra, emotional lightning and karmic earthquakes. Ardra Nakshatra, ruled by Rahu and presided over by Rudra, storm god Shiva, teaches that transformation begins in collapse. It spans from 6°40 to 20° Gemini, representing emotional storms, harsh truths, and breakthroughs disguised as breakdowns. Each of Ardra's 4 padas, linked to a unique Navamsha sign, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, shapes how planets in Ardra express their storm energy. Is it through righteousness, structure, innovation, or surrender? Let's explore planetary examples in each pada, seeing how the outer, natal chart, and inner Navamsha karma play out. Ardra Pada 1, 640 10 Gemini, Navamsha sign, Sagittarius, Fire Dharma. Example, Mercury in Ardra Pada 1. Outer behavior, clever, sarcastic, energetic communicator. Inner drive, Sagittarius Navamsha Mercury seeks truth, wisdom, and bold expression. Natal house focus, e.g. 3rd house, Powerful in writing, debate, publishing, or teaching, has the tendency to argue from moral superiority. Karmic expression can become dogmatic or harsh with words, projecting judgment under the guise of honesty. May hurt others by delivering truth without empathy. Correction path, learn to teach without preaching. Let your words elevate rather than just expose. Ardra Pada 2 to 1320 Gemini. Navamsha sign, Capricorn, Earth, Artha. Example, Venus in Ardra Pada 2. Outer behavior, beautiful, structured, practical in love and art. Inner drive, Capricorn, Navamsha, Venus wants stability, control, and karmic achievement in relationships. Natal house focus, e.g. 7th house. Loyal but emotionally restrained, expect structured reciprocation. May attract relationships that feel like emotional responsibilities. Karmic expression, suppresses feelings for the sake of appearances or duty, can attract karmic partnerships rooted in past life obligations. Correction path, allow vulnerability within control. Recognize that love isn't always logical, let it breathe. Ardra Pada 3, 13°20 to 16°40 Gemini. Navamsha sign, Aquarius. Example, Saturn in Ardra Pada 3, outer behavior, detached, intellectually sharp, dry humor, minimalist. Inner dryas, Navamsha Saturn seeks mental freedom, innovation, and karmic detachment. Natal house focus, e.g. 10th house, brings a unique career path, often through technology, activism, or non-conventional work. Struggles with emotional connection or warmth. Karmic expression, cold, distant in communication, may hide behind intellect to avoid intimacy. Feels isolated even in group settings. Correction path, use your innovative mind to serve the collective, not protect your ego. Build emotional intelligence to accompany your structural genius. Ardra Pada 4, 16°40 20 Gemini. Navamsha sign, Pisces, water moksha. Example, Moon in Ardra Pada 4. Outer behavior, emotionally expressive, poetic, but moody or fragmented. Inner drive, Pisces Navamsha Moon seeks emotional transcendence, spiritual depth, and healing. Natal house focus, e.g. 4th house, intense connection to home, mother, or ancestral grief, sensitive to loss or instability in early emotional foundations. Karmic expression, prone to emotional escapism, disillusionment, or numbing out. May suffer silently or over-idealize suffering. Correction path, let emotions flow through art, service, or devotion, not into martyrdom. Embrace healing as a form of quiet power. Bonus planetary combinations across Ardra Padas. Sagittarius Navamsha. Expression, seeks truth, challenges authority with fire. Karma, overbearing ego cloaked in spiritual leadership. Lesson, radiate truth with humility, not dominance. Mars in Pada 2, Capricorn Navamsha. Expression, highly disciplined, action becomes constructive. Karma, may repress anger until it erupts destructively. Lesson, use fire to build, not suppress or explode. Jupiter in Pada 3, Aquarius. Original teacher, forward-thinking mentor. Feels superior in beliefs or isolates due to unconventional views. Lesson, teach for upliftment, not for intellectual validation. Rahu in Pada 4, expression, magnet for mystical experiences, illusion, or escapism. Addictive emotional cycles, spiritual confusion. Lesson, anchor spiritual longing into grounded compassion. Ardra Pada summary, the storm's four faces. Pada 1, Sagittarius Navamsha, power source, ideals and belief. Shadow, preaching, aggression. Healing, courageous truth with compassion. Pada 2, power source, responsibility and mastery. Shadow, suppressed emotions, karmic burdens. Healing, softness within structure. Pada 3, a power source, innovation and intellect. Isolation, emotional detachment. Healing, serve the collective with emotional presence. Pada 4, power source, spiritual depth, compassion. Shadow, escapism, emotional confusion. Healing, let grief become grace. Closing thought, Ardra isn't here to destroy you. It's here to deliver you. Every planet in Ardra is being refined through rupture. The lightning isn't punishment. It's a call to wake up. Ask yourself, is your Mercury seeking truth or drama? Is your Venus controlling or healing? Is your Saturn building walls or opening gates? Ardra shows you what must fall so your truth can rise. Next, Punarvasu Nakshatra, where renewal begins and the spirit rediscovers its center. The eye of the storm has passed. Now the rebuilding begins.